Hey everyone, it's Guard. Today I want to do a draft video for y'all. The new client just came out a couple days ago. It's been a really rough couple days for Stoneblade and for everyone, but especially for mobile users for iPhone or not Android. But for PC, I actually haven't had any issues today. It looks like everything's pretty much fixed, and I can play games pretty stably. So I figured I might as well go ahead and enter a draft and try to post video of it to give people something to do while they can't play Solforge. And as a warning, I only drafted this format once. I did okay, not amazing. I'm still learning all the cards and what they do, so we'll be learning together. And I remember what Cultivate does, but I don't remember if there are any plants in the draft format. I think there's a fair amount because there's a lot of token creation in this format to work with the raid. Unstable Aesir is horrible, I think. Let's see. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its attack to the enemy player. So it's a small creature that doubles as a burn spell. It's not really what I want in a heroic. That's something I wouldn't mind as like a late pick rare, but it's pretty mediocre. I guess I'll go in order. Automaton Prime actually looks really good. Especially at rank 1 where it's an 8-4 and if you have formation it gets 4 armor. That's probably what I'm going to be taking here, even though it gets a little weak at the rank 3 stage. Sonic Pulse is mediocre. Cinderous Sprawler's, I don't know how good it is in this format, but its lack of any real body, like its health is very low, so I don't usually like going for it. And Flamebreaker Booker is just a fine creature that sometimes has spell combos, but usually it's not worth drafting the Tempest spells. I'm going to take the robot, which I apparently can't drag anymore, so I'll just click it once. So another Flamebreak Invoker. Etherwolves makes 2 5/6s, I believe. Yep. And it's an overload spell, so I can't cast it more than once. So that would be some sort of formation plus token creation thing. That doesn't seem that bad. I think formation is mostly an Aloyan and Necrium thing. I think it's probably the best card in the back. Like Flamebreak Invoker, I know is okay. I don't actually know how good this card is. It's kind of hard to evaluate since it's an overload and I've never played with it before. I don't know how many token creation things there are in the set. Jetpack's okay. It doesn't negate Defender anymore, which is like the only reason I drafted it before. But you know, it's still a decent pump spell. Herald Destruction's, okay. It's good against tokens. It's not good against much anything else. And Vault Blocade's not very good. I want to try out Utera, so let's go ahead and draft the other rules. Follow up with I wonder if Torquemender was good in the last set. You could pump make a big creature. Cavern Serpent's just solid. Vault Blockade and Verdant Sphere, not cards I want to take. Verdant Sphere is actually like the same as Torquemine Mender, but you gain health instead of having a creature. I'm going to take the Mender. And then follow it up with Grove Matriarch, which is a plant, it makes a seedling. Battle Suits, meh. Just gives Aloyan creatures armor, so if I draft Legitera things, it won't be doing much with it. And I think Grove Matriarch's a really solid creature. And Dryad Spin is great. Tower Vanguard, not so much. You have to give Tower Vanguard armor before it does something. And the only ways to do that are, I think, the Overload spell that gives everyone armor until end of turn. And Steelskin Spelunker, as far as I remember. So I don't know what Armory Outpost does. Give a friendly creature +4 attack. If it's in formation, give the adjacent creatures +4 attack as well. Okay, so that's not too bad. It's an attack only pump spell. It doesn't scale very well. Actually, it's rank 10, scales really well. I guess it gives like triple the attack if you formation well, so it's probably worth it if you've got some sort of like the other wolves and the Grove Matriarch that give me creatures guaranteed in places, so I can make really large seedlings. It's a rare too. Okay, so that's actually a pretty good card, I think. Sky Knight Glider, of course, is great. One thing I noticed when I was browsing this set is a lot of the creatures are really small at ranks 3. Like there's a lot of 13-14s in the set, or 14-13s, or somewhere in that range. So any creature that's larger than that, especially Sky Knight Glider, which is just larger than average, is going to be really good. I don't remember what Victory Rush does. I think it's very good. Give a friendly creature +4/+4. If 3 creatures initiated battle this turn, give it an extra +4/+4, so you can make a huge monster really early, and it's Doesn't scale very well, but it doubles in value if you get raids. So might actually be the pick here. I've never played with it. And I want to see how good it is, so I'm probably gonna pick it here. There's no argument to be made for Sparkblade Assassin or Cavern Serpent or Forge Guardian Alpha. Those cards are decent, but they're not like on the level of these three cards. I think, even though I haven't played with two of them, these just seem like they have a much higher upside than an average creature. I'm gonna take Victory Rush. Well, so I want to take one of these spells, right? Because I haven't played with them. I want to see how good they are. This seems a lot easier for my deck to achieve the condition, like the formation, because I have Grove Mage. If there's Grove Matriarch and Aether Wolves and stuff like that in this set, then it's going to be easier to get my creatures in formation, because I'm just going to have creatures around. But at the same time, if I have creatures around, a Victory Rush is going to be good, because, you know, they attack and I can make a huge creature. I'm going to try out Victory Rush this time. We'll see how Armory Outpost does, maybe in a later draft. I think Nexus Tactician is good. It's been a long time since I played with this card. It gives everything armor if it's in the center lane, and it's a pretty small creature, but it makes your creatures very hard to kill. Guitar Sprite's okay. I only remember playing this in the, like, it's really annoying to deal with if you have the, I don't know if the cards are in the set, but like the upgrade creatures, like the robot that doubles its attack. I cannot remember any of those cards. It doubles its attack and defense when you replace something. But I don't know if those cards exist. I don't think they do. Guitar Sprite's just, I think, worse than Nexus Tactician, because this affects the entire board, and Guitar Sprite is pretty much the same size as it, almost every rank, but this has a much longer lasting effect. And if I want to try and pick up some more formation cards, like I already have Automaton Prime, then I'm going to need some center row cards to make the payoff for formation worth it. And Grovekeeper's okay. I don't have anything to gain self. So we've got Crucible Colossus and a bunch of spells. Meta Transfer is -5 attack now. That's pretty good. Doesn't do as much at rank 3. I really like Crucible Colossus because it's very large and eventually it's unable to attack. And I think walls are good if you have formation, because they don't want to like remove your walls because they can't attack. So it allows you to get formation a little faster, I think. Dryad's Boon, I could take another one of this, or I could take like Sparkblade's okay. It's really good at rank 2, but pretty mediocre at the other 2 ranks. And Jetpack, meh. I would rather have Dryad's Boon than a Jetpack. And I took the Torg Mender last time it was between Torg Mender and Cavern Serpent. And I think I'm gonna take it again. Which has, I think, a little more utility than the Cavern Serpent. Herd Mother gets +3/+3 if you raid, which is attacking with 3 creatures. Oh, can I see what the keyword does? I mean, I know what the keyword does, but it's kind of weird that I can't click on it. Raid is if you have 3 creatures that attacked, this trigger happens at the end of turn. Oh man, these little Triceratopses are just like rolling on the ground. They're so adorable. And then they get progressively less adorable. But I think this pick is Orion Justicar. Card's gigantic at every level. 5/8 at rank 1 is so big, and it has a really good effect. -5 attack, -10 attack, -20 attack for anything that isn't forged, played from the hand. And my other options are like, what, Barrier Soldier is the next best card? I think it's Herd Mother, Barrier Soldier, and Justicar. And Justicar is just bigger than both of them. So we're going to take the Justicar, and then take another Justicar? What does this card do? Activate, spawn a 1/1, activate, spawn a 3/3, activate, spawn a 5/5. It's pretty decently sized too. This card's really good. And it's a common? Huh. I would be very strong with my my Dryad's Boons. But I value the hugeness of Orion Justicar a little more than the synergy of Scatterspore Tiller. So what have we got here? Okay, so there's a replace card. Oh no, it's when it's replaced, so it doesn't even work with Guitar Sprite. But I'm still going to take it because I've got a bunch of Dryad's Boons, and the other cards aren't very impressive. They're like good at rank 2 and not good at any other ranks. Nexus Cores in this draft format. This card is just straight garbage. And there's Deep Branch Prowler and Steel Spark Tinkerer. You may discard a card and level up. So it's like a super defensive Technosmith. So it just stays in its lane and never does anything. I guess it's a good blocker. It blocks twice, but doesn't. It will never kill anything at rank 1. It might kill something at rank 2. Do I want a card that levels instead of like a really good under drop? I think Victory Rush plus Deep Branch Prowler is going to be really hard to deal with, and I have 2 Dryad Spoons to pump this thing. Let's try Deep Branch Prowler. And then Oxygen Spitter, just a 7/3 body that is good with if they have armor stuff. She's got a fringe thing. What does this do? Each friendly defender gets plus some number of attack. Okay, so this makes that level up card from earlier pretty good. Like, yeah, if I have them together. It works with my Crucible Colossus, and it's decently sized, not amazingly sized. I think it's just worse than Sky Knight Glider. I mean, they do different things, right? But since I can't really use this thing's ability, it's only a 6/4, 12, 10. And this thing's a 5, 6, 9, 10, 16, 17, and it's got mobility too, which is really useful, especially if I ever pick up any more formation cards. I think I haven't really seen that many formation cards, just the Outpost and this Heroic. Tower Scout's like a Sky Knight Glider, but a little worse. And Pulse Mage is too small and its effect isn't permanent, so I don't really like it. And Sap is not good. So we'll take the Sky Knight Glider. I could take the Steel Sparks Tinkerer this time. Shimmerfang Serpent's actually a really good blocker. It kills pretty much everything it blocks. Eventually, basically, because it poisons whatever it blocks. And it's got a really big butt. You might get lucky and kill their like 5/6 or whatever with the first rank of it, and then they'd have to block it again. That's like living the dream. I think it's a little better blocker than these other 2 cards. Bremblex Warrior can give a creature breakthrough, which might be useful with Victory Rush, but it only lasts until end of turn, so it's not very appealing compared to the 7 power of Oxygen Spitter. And then there's the Steel Spark Tinkerer, which doesn't look very good to me because it's so small. Like if it were a 2/9 or a 3/9, I think it'd be really good. A 3/9 specifically, but as a 1/9, it's not going to kill anything, and they can put like a 4/4 in front of it, and it should kill it eventually. And if a 1-drop can't even kill a 4/4, that's pretty bad. So let's take the Shimmerfang Serpent and follow it up with a Steelskin Splinker. Gives my Nexus Tactician armor plus whatever else I want to put in the center low, like a Sky Knight Glider, and it just allows me to play in the center row with my 1 formation card. I hope I see a few more of those. Looks like I'm encountering some server problems. Oh, no, there we go. Oh, so I didn't actually take the Steelskin Splinker. Okay, so let's click it. And we've got Fido Bombs in this format. So I can't really do anything with that. Would I rather have Hunting Pack or Scythian Battlesuit? I've only got 4, 5, 6, 7 Alolan creatures out of my 18 cards. Or would I rather have a Hunting Pack, which is a solid, not even a solid creature. It's an okay creature that can be really good at rank 3. With Dryad Spoons, I think I'd rather have Hunting Pack. And then take the Savage Oath to give my Terra creatures Trample, which I really don't have that many, just like the Garbage Shark and a couple Torment Vendors. I'd rather take the Deep Moss Raptor. Okay, I'm going to take the Scatter Spore Tiller this time, because I think your card's quite good, especially with the 2 Dryad Spoons I have. And the other cards in the pack are not really worth considering. Ooh, there's a Spring Dryad. That's very good with my Spirit Stone Dryad, the Tiller I have, and just casually is a good card. The other considerations are like Sky Knight Glider and Armory Outpost. But I'd like to take the Armory Outpost, but I have so many spells already, like two Dryad Spoons, a Victory Rush, and that's actually it. Yeah, that's not too many. But still, I'd rather have the Spring Dryad. Ordnance Captain, each friendly. Oh, this card's very good. So if I played in formation, it pumps my whole team. It's looking better than Tiger Nomad, which is just a worse Deep Branch Prowler, pretty much. So we'll take the Ordnance Captain and follow it up with my choice of Useless Walls or Savage. By the way, Vault Blockade is like strictly worth better than Nexus Core. Well, not strictly better, but if you have the choice between Nexus Core and Vault Blockade, you should take the Vault Blockade because it has a chance of living for more than 2 turns. And I guess I should take the Savage Oath. And third just a card, that's kind of crazy. Never had this many just cards in a draft before. So I think this pick is between Matriarch or Skynet Glider. In Skynet Glider's favor, he's bigger at every rank, and he has mobility. In Matriarch's favor, I have a Spring Dryad. She's really good at blocking, and I have 2 Dryad Spins. And I have a Savage Oath too. Yeah, I think the pick's Matriarch. She's a little more value. The Shark Claw Crusher is much bigger than it used to be. I think this card's quite good now, especially if I have the Deep Branch Prowler or these like huge Justicars. It's probably better than the Herd Mother, which requires me to attack with a lot of things, which I don't really have a lot of big creatures, so it's hard to keep my creatures alive. If I had more Matriarchs or Scatter Spore Tillers, I'd probably go with the Herd Mother, but Shark Claw Crusher is a really good option now, because it can attack something, and if it lives, you can just replace it. And if not, it gives your next creature +5/+5, which is way more. It used to be a 3/3 into a 6/6, which was not very good. But now it's a 5/5 into an 8/8, which is still below average, but because it gives the next creature that replaces it such a huge boost, it's actually pretty good now. And we got Batterbot versus Steel Spark Tinkerer. Do I have anything that gives armor? Just the Steel Skin Splunker, right? Oh no, I have the Nexus Tactician too. Yeah, okay, so Batterbot's the clear pick here. I think I'll draft this card one time, but it just looks so weak to me. Maybe if I have a bunch of the Defender guys. What does this card do? Whenever another friendly creature enters play, if it wasn't forged, this gets +2/+2, and it's pretty decently sized. Oh, I thought the Harbinger of Spring was this deer thing, but apparently there's an elf on its back, which gets way more obvious in the next 2 arts. Or Dryad, sorry. How much do I have that isn't forged? I've got Ether Wolves, Grove Matriarch, Spirit Stone Dryad. I've actually got quite a bit of stuff. Hunting Pack, Scatter Spore Tiller. Yeah, I think this is the pick. I think Scatter the Seas is in this format too, so I might be able to pick that up too. I can probably find another Matriarch. Stygian Lotus is another card that makes a lot of creatures, and that's the draft. So I'm gonna start queuing up, and the next video will have the first match.